Good morning. Easter morning. Happy Easter to you. Well, it's early. Not sure exactly what time it is. I did some more measurements. It's sunny, and I got to work between raindrops, as I said so many times. I'm going to go to Home Depot. I know on Sunday it's very bad because they won't have any guys working there to help me with the lumber. But I decided to take the big van and get 8-footers so I don't have to have anybody cut them. And replace what I have to do here. Now, sorry for the shakiness. I'm right up against the joist right here. So actually this line is 31 inches, yet this is 30. Now, when I took this out, there's only about 3/4 of an inch of the 2x4 pressure-treated sister beam that I put under there. So, I want to get a little more area to screw into. So, I may have to move this line down to 31, which is right here, so that I'll have enough wood to screw down on. I just don't want it to look too crooked. So what I have to do, I found my skill saws, by the way. I spent about half hour in the shed organizing things a little bit so I can get them. Anyways, I'm gonna cut this, but I'm gonna rough cut it here. I'm just gonna cut these two pieces out right now, and then I'll come back over and try to get it. I want to get a straight line from here to here. Now, it's 30 inches here to the end, but it's actually 31 here. Now, whether the joist is off a little bit or what, I don't know. So in order to make it look halfway decent looking on the top after I get the new pieces in, I don't want to cut and start 31 here, because that's going to look like crap. So I want to gradually bring it to 31 down here. Anyways, I'm going to get the wood. I'm going to get 3 8-foot pressure-treated 2x6s. That's all I need. It's going to take 2 of them to do this one, which eventually I have to replace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm replacing this because the end over there is rotted, about an inch in on the corner. This 2x3 is perfect all the way through. I went under there again and checked it. So eventually I'll cut these 3 out, but I have to leave this one in because of the support of this, and I have to leave this one in for the support of this side. And this is pressure treated, and the crappy latex paint is just coming off. So I'm going to go and get the wood now. I figured I'd just do a little video. I'm going to do some work today. It's no big deal if I cut this out and I don't get it filled in today. I'll just have it blocked off. Nobody will walk here. You know, there's plenty of room for people to get, to get by. And the only ones that'll walk out here with my son or myself. Okay. I found my laser, Craftsman laser saw, and then I found my older saw here, Craftsman. I think that's the one I was using last. I might even have a third one in here throughout the years, but I organized things and got rid of a couple of cardboard boxes here and stuff. Still a mess, but I was able to get at it. For all I know, way in the back, there could be another skill saw back there. Because, whenever I see these things at yard sales and they're cheap, like around $10, $15, and they're like a good brand, like a Craftsman or a Skill or something like that, I buy them. But well, that's good. I won't need to buy any, because these are 7 1/4, and they'll cut down as deep as I need. Exactly 1.5 inches, because you don't want to cut into the joist. Okay, so we're going out to the big van and we're going to get some wood at Home Depot today. As we're in the big van now, got enough room in there to get the wood in there. Oh. Then we'll join you at Home Depot. I'm not going to record in Home Depot though. Can't get good lumber here anymore. Alright, not easy. I don't never think of bringing my gloves. So easy to get a bad sliver. So I got 3. I picked out what I could. I had the guys help me, but they picked out 2 lousy ones, so they're just in a hurry. So I ended up having to lug them, take them off the cart and put these on. And the best I can do. The spider there. These are pre-cut, pressure-treated 2x4s. I got 4 of them, 2 here and 2 here. And that'll be enough to make the frame, or at least rebuild part of the frame when that time comes. And one for underneath the, the sister up for the floor I have to replace. Okay. Alright, I don't know if you can see me. First thing I'm going to do is rough cut it out. And then I got to put a straight edge down, cut along the line, but I got to see where that joist goes. And it's easier for me to measure once I cut out these 2 pieces here, rather than to crawl up under the house. That's why I use a measuring stick. Because when I'm measuring, like this here is going to be my straight edge right for now, not this part, but over here. Is because of my piss poor eyesight, I can't see exactly where the ruler is sitting underneath there. It's easier for me to just hold it up under there and draw a line, and what I do is I cut it a little bit longer than I can shave it down so it's a snug fit. That's the way I do things. In areas where I can't see very good. The average guy would just lay a ruler in there and boom and just take it out and cut it. But I did that, it would be way off and usually too short. And you can't put it on once you cut it off. So, let's see here. So, right now we're not using this. Cutting this, so we'll be right back. Yep, see? Now I rough cut it. That's about an inch away from the joist, so I gotta fine cut it. I gotta see the exact distance, so I know where to make my line for the fine cut. See how good it is under here? It's only the last part. Now, what I'm going to do is to cut out this one. And we're going to finish it with the handsaw. I'll do that off camera because I don't want to cut into this one yet, because this is holding up the air conditioner on that side. Alright, you can see now this is definitely pressure treated wood here. So, and this is rotted too, so I know this has got to come out, but it's supporting this right now. So what I got to do, here's where I sisted up underneath here, and I got to bang these out. Either bang them up or whatever. I could try to bang them up, I guess. See if they'll come out. They should. And over here, you can see I rough cutted it here. And there's my other assisted piece up in here. So I want to cut this flush with this so it gives me 1.5 inches. However, I want this line to look straight. I don't want this thing to come out way over here and over. So I may have to sacrifice and let maybe 1 inch show. So I have a feeling that's exactly what's going to happen. Alright, we'll worry about that later. Right now I got to knock these 3 pieces out right here. So we'll do that and get back. The camera's going to vibrate like this, okay, when I bang, because it's on that little mount that I make for the camera when I do my flaps in the car. So when I start pounding, I'm going to be a little shaky, but I'm going to try to pound these 3 up from underneath, starting with my framing hammer and going up from there. To rip that out with the crowbar. So I don't want to get underneath there, not with all that crap coming down. So it's hard because I got the pressure treated wood up against the joist, but it'll come out. It'll just got to do a little pounding. We'll do that off camera. Okay. Alright. I removed the 2 nails here. This is pressure treated, definitely. So we're going to reuse that. This is not. So we're going to, not today, but we're going to rebuild this. And I'm going to try to eliminate the middle part here because it holds water on both sides, and that's why it rots out more over there than it does over here or even over here. So but I got to take this out, so the only way I'm going to support that is to put a couple of 2x6s in here to hold this, and then I can knock these out. I've got the wood to do all that, but the biggest issue is here, and I'll get you down in there to show you. This is almost 2 inches in. I purposely cut this like this. And unfortunately, the line is not going to follow straight. When I cut this, I'm still going to be too far out. It's not a matter of the 2x4s, 2x6s being too short, because I did not have them pre-cut at 30 inches like I was going to do. I got them in 8 foot so I can make them any length I want. However, I want this to be straight. Where I cut here, I want that whole line to be straight. So I'm going to do first is to do some more measurements, and I'll do that off camera because it takes a lot of video time. And I'll be back. I did my straight edge cut. Alright, so we're about 1/4 inch off the joist. That's not bad. In order to keep the line looking straight, I didn't want one of these jut out types and going like that, you know. So that's okay. So we got about 1.25 inches to screw into, and naturally when you go into a 2x4, when you're like joining two pieces of wood together, you usually go in the middle, you know, and you go half and half. So what I did here is I cut up to here because I don't want to cut this out, and the same with this. So that matches this, and I made this little block here. All right. Let's see. All right. You see the line here? This is the way I do things. I trust this better than a ruler simply because I can't see a ruler unless I get my face right on top of it. So this is where I set my saw. See here, from the blade to the end of this whip area. So I make that there, and I copied it from this side. All right. So then I clamp the wood down, because if I try to freehand this, I'll be all over the place. It took quite a few trial and errors. So I'm about 1/4 inch. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. So this is where this one's going to be cut, right here on this line here. All right. And this has already been cut here, so that'll match right up perfectly. All right, so now what I got to do now is, if I want to remove these two pieces, I got to put a couple of pieces in here to support it. Before I can do that, I got to put that piece underneath here, that one I want to sister up, and we're going to try to do it from the top, and I'll crawl up underneath there to screw it down further. So now we don't need this guide board anymore, because I can't cut this yet, and I have to take this out of the way anyways, and put a couple pieces in here to hold this, and then I can take this one out and that one out, and this one is going to have to come out because it's rotted at the end. You might be able to see it there. So we're going to do that, and I'll come back. I've been very, very busy and no time to video, so there's a lot of missed footage. What I'm going to do is, I thought was pressure treated, but it's rotted on the other side where I couldn't see it. Feel, I got to go by feel. So off camera I cut a piece and put it in here. I sisted up in here, and I'm going to make, instead of this piece here, I'm going to cut this out, and one at a time I'm going to remove them, and I'm making one for this side and one for this side. These are the scrap pieces that I cut off of the messed up pieces. This one came off the messed up pieces, so I didn't have to cut any of the 2x6s that I bought today so far. So the 2x4s that I'm making this out of here is, I got 4 of them today. One of them's down here. So what I got to do, be a little tricky here. This is wedged in. This is cut at 30 and a quarter, because there's a slight difference between here, 30 inches, 30 and a quarter here, but that gives me most of all of 2x4 to screw to. I wanted to put the grilled linseed oil in on the wood here, on this Douglas fir, but it's wet. That's what I wanted. I need some dry days, but you ain't gonna get any dry days. You get a dry day and you get a rainy day, so we can't do it. I might be able to work it in there like I did over here when it's a good sunny day and things dry out. But anyways, I gotta make another one of these. And there's a hair difference, there's an 1/8 difference, 17 and a half or 17 and a quarter.
You shortened it, looks like.
Well, these are coming out. And instead of this piece going across here, there's going to be 1 leg and 1 foot here, and 1 leg and 1 foot here after I get this out. And that way, water will run freely and it won't get stopped against this. It'll just have these 2 blocks to go around, and that's pressure treated. All the wood under here will be pressure treated. This is pressure treated down here to 2x4. It sisters up this. So that's what we're going to do. So we got to do, we're going to make another one of these. And this is for this side. So let's go over to the bench. I do my ugly, broken down piece of crap carcass. Oh. And these are just about useless. I have to kneel down or hunch over not to do anything. Alright, so.
So you did all this while I was gone today.
This is the other block for the other foot. I cut them 5.5 inches. Yeah. So let's go to over here. Let's see. I was going to use screws, but I figured I'd use number 12 nails. Nail from the bottom of the foot. If you don't pre-drill this, just a little hint from an old goat. If you don't pre-drill this, a small block like this, and you try to nail this without pre-drilling, you're going to split the wood right now. I know from experience. Always pre-drill your first piece of wood that you're nailing to. You don't want to pre-drill into the wood that you're going into. That takes away the gripping strength. Only drill to the end of this wood. Or, to be safe, use an old piece of wood like I did and do that. And now what we got to do is, this is pressure treated. What we got to do now is, this damn bench is so rotten, I'm telling you. I have to mark my 2x4 here. So I don't nail uneven here. This all gets painted anyways with that useless latex garbage. The more expensive Behr, what they call oil latex, puts a film on it, and that's what peels off. If you use the cheaper stuff, the Behr number 9, which none of that preserves the wood anyways, then it doesn't leave a film, it just colors the wood. And basically that's all it is, because we got pressure treated here, so it'll last. So let's see, we gotta go. don't have a vise out here, and it's too crowded in the shed, so I gotta work Rube Goldberg here. We're off. Damn it. We're on here and off here. Oh.
This is gonna be a long video.
Off. Hey, one nail went in straight, and the other nail went in crooked. Not easy. I'll put this one in first. That's straight. We just gotta line this one up. What we're gonna do. We're gonna put this one in first. Now we put that in. And the center line. See where I got the line? This is the way I do things. I don't have a big bench where I can have a big vise and line it up. I just don't have it. Okay. Alright, so that's basically it. So this way, without having that piece going across on the bottom of the air conditioner, it won't collect the water. Now the wood, the 2x4 that goes across the top, I'll show you over here. Let's go over here. Okay, we got both of these made. And they're going to go this way. And they'll be probably on the inside. The only thing is, it'll have to be shoved up in there. There's no way I can nail to the top because I'm not taking the air conditioner out. Like I say, we're using this outer sleeve and we're just removing the air conditioner. And when the air conditioner is moved out, there's a screw in each end on the inside that goes down here. Well, we're not going to remove that. Now this 2x4 under here that goes across, it's in good condition, so I don't need to do that. All I'm going to do is just very carefully remove one and put one under there and keep the level. We got a slight slope to the outside, which is supposed to have, and actually quite a bit of slope. And we don't want to raise it up and we don't want to put any strain on it. People have told me, why don't you just remove this and put the new air conditioner in? Nobody realizes when I put this thing in, this is sheet metal, galvanized sheet metal over here, and on the other side, that is siliconed into the window frame all the way around. And on the top, there's silicone across there. You try to remove this and you're going to bust that window glass. You know, this is permanent on the house. The shell is. So that is why I wanted an air conditioner that would slide inside this shell, and of course I had to go from 15,000 BTU, which is what this is, to 10,000, because you can't put a 15,000 BTU inside of here because it's too big. You know, this is 24 inches wide here.
I think my AC is 5,000, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why you need in that little room.
Yeah.
You don't need ACs yet. I just took the cover off here so I can work on this. Let's hope our line voltage stays up. We have a lot of problems with that. It gets real low in the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so, okay, so I want to cut another piece to fit under there. And my ruler's over there, but alright, no big deal. We can do this. Already cut out over here. So, coming to the end of this. We're exactly 30 inches. But we're going to go 30 and a half. Or 30 and a quarter. I think that's what this one was. I think this one was 30 and a quarter. No, that's 30 and a half. Alright. You gotta allow for the blade. You can always, like these here, you can always trim them off, but you can't, once you cut too much, you can't add it back on. Well, you can with a shim, but that's a Mickey Mouse way of doing things. I do enough Mickey Mouse work as it is without doing any more. So you'll notice when I do projects, I may take an excessive amount of time measuring and double checking, quadruple checking, because I have to do that. I screw up all the time. So, and sometimes I'll even take a break from it so I can think things out. Do I want to do it this way? And I had to, because I realized I'm not going to get another piece in here because of this.
You gotta remove it.
Yes. But originally I wasn't going to remove it, but because it is rotted a little bit here, I'm going to put new stuff in because this is rotted anyways. So, you can't slide that in because you got this, so you can't get it in there and go on top of that joist over there. Probably could from underneath. That's how I got this one in. But what I want to do now is actually I gotta cut that. I have to cut that out, and then what I'm going to do is lay this in the middle. So it'll be a single one holding this thing up until I cut one side, put this in, and then work on this side, or vice versa, whatever I want to do. But I think I don't want to waste any wood by making a substitute piece of wood in here to hold it up. It's too easy to slip because I have to put a foot on this. I don't need to put a foot on here. I could have put it in the deck, but I figured this is the best way to do it. So, all right, enough talking. Let me. I'm still thinking. Okay, so we'll be back in a minute. This piece in here, over here, this is a little bit loose. This one's tight. So we're going to work on replacing this one first. So I got to cut some more wood to put in there. And I got to cut this out. So what I want to do is to make a temporary support in here by using one of these. Tommy went in to get something to eat, so I'll video what I can here. And we'll come back on this in a minute because I gotta figure out now. I gotta cut this one out, and I decided to cut this one out because, as you can see right there, it's got a rotted area there. This here 2x3 is good all the way to the end, all the way through, so I don't need to deal with that because I don't have any pressure treated 2x3s. I don't think they make pressure treated 2x3s anyways, and I'd have to rip one down and get the table saw out. No, thank you. So, anyways, when I make the new one, of course, I want to have new wood under here to put that onto it. So just to stabilize it a little bit, I need to cut another piece out, lay it in here, so I can hold the middle of this while I knock this out. Now this is probably screwed or nailed. I'm not sure what. I think it's nailed up through. From the top down. The frame was made before I put it in there. So we'll find out. Be right back. Don't go away. And I cut another 30.5 inch 2x6 from the scrap pieces that I showed on the video yesterday. I still didn't have to cut any of my 8-footers up, but we will when we have to do these two and that one over there. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to tap this.
So you're gonna cut those pieces out.
Yeah, but I gotta have support.
Oh, I see. So the AC don't fall out when you cut it. I see.
That holds that. This is up.
That's wobbly.
Loose as a goose. Well, that's what I want. Loose as a goose. So, this will kind of hold everything. And let's cut this out. Get the skill saw in here.
I went to the pier with my mentor and walked around there, and I finished watching my movie on my laptop. I bought a external DVD writer drive, and it works good on my laptop.
What'd you pay? $15 you said for it?
$13 at Goodwill for it.
That's unusual because Goodwill's a ripoff.
It was on sale.
Most of the time, they get the stuff for nothing, and they charge ripoff prices. But that is a pretty good deal.
Originally $25. Yep.
LG.
LG. Yep.
Works good on your laptop, so you don't need to worry about a DVD player, and you got a bigger screen anyways.
Right.
All right.
That's how I look at it.
Am I getting out of breath for doing nothing here? Crazy. We're gonna cut this. Now I'm sure there are nails coming down from the top of this, so I'll have to hack them off. Now, that one's holding a little tighter, so we're gonna work on this one. Now, the way I got this rigged up, I wasn't going to go out and buy an 8-foot 2x8. This is a 2x6. This is a 2x8. It's not pressure treated, as I told you. These are in excellent condition.
Oh, you're not going to cut those out either?
Nope.
Oh.
I just put those in.
All right.
There's a sister beam all the way up to here. Actually, all the way through. The only thing that's coming out is this nuts one here.
Yep.
So I gotta cut this.
You found your skill saw, I see.
I found both of them. I found the laser one too. I was busy today.
There we go. Now you gotta bang it out of there or something. How are you gonna get it out without the AC falling? I'll never know.
That
It could fall, you know.
that has to be taken out.
It's loose as a goose now.
Depend on this for balance.
Oh, I see. Yeah. That makes sense, though, you know?
This is nailed downward. Fortunately, it's nails. Years ago, that's all I ever used. Because if it was screwed, I would have a hard time trying to cut screws, even sheetrock screws. Are virtually impossible to cut with a hacksaw. Now, that's the pressure treated. I think this is pressure treated, but it's not. It's the modern pressure treated. Let's put that up here so we don't let it get cut on it. I think the hacksaw and screw the nails off. I'll be back in a minute.
Wow. That's holding up.
See? This is your lousy latex paint. Crap.
That's holding up pretty good, though.
I don't think this was pressure treated. And I had repaired this one time. So, alright, now, this 2x4 here is in very good shape.
You don't want to touch that.
No. Boy, I get out of breath so damn easy.
Aren't you cold? Just a t-shirt?
Okay, these are the three that I picked up today. What you saw under the air conditioner, the 30.5-inch pieces are the leftovers from the other stuff I had, pressure treated. So now we're going to cut this. And these pieces are very heavy because pressure treated is heavy and wet when you get it. Once in a while you'll get one in the pile that's pretty dry and light. But we got to take a final measurement, and we're going to cut this. The length that I need for underneath the air conditioner. Now that we got 1 foot removed, one leg I should say, removed on the, and we got, well, we're not using this, and we got a knot here. It's very hard. The wood was, in the beginning of this video, the bob lob wouldn't stay up straight in my pocket, in my shirt pocket. So that part of the video is going to have to be cleaned up, maybe removed altogether. I'd have to review it and see. and then I showed the pile a little bit and the price. It's $7.08 for a 2x6, 8-foot pressure treated. Not too bad. At today's prices, not too bad. Now we're going to take a measurement. We're going to use this end. We can get 3 pieces out of this. Well, let's just see exactly what we got to have here. This is our reference point here. Now here we're exactly 30. Here $30 and a half. These are not all perfect anyways. They never will be. So, 30 and a half. That's not that bad. We can go 30 and a quarter. Gradually work our way over. We'll cut it a little under 30 and a half. We'll put that piece here. Then we'll cut it 30 and a quarter for this piece. And we've still got this piece to shim in here, which is temporary. The black one that I showed you over there, that just happened to be painted black. And I coated it with thinned out paint, that little oil-based paint I had in those small cans. You can't buy them small cans anymore. My local hardware store wants $10 a can, and that's old stock. They are very, very, very expensive in there. Home Depot and Walmart don't carry the little cans anymore. You gotta buy a quart. So my homemade wood preservative source is gone because I used to thin out oil-based paint and use that for wood preservative because you can't get Cuprinol anymore. Alright. Let me haul my ass over there. I better not lean on this one. I'll have this down. Okay, folks. Alright, let's go over here.
You got 1 piece out of it.
Crown is.
Crown?
Tell what a crown is on this.
There's a crown on the wood?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not really very defined. It's alright. It's not screwed in yet because I gotta get these in here.
There you go, 1 more piece. Or 2 more. Would you nail those in already?
screwed in. They're going to get screwed in. They're not screwed in yet, no. We got 30 1/4 this time.
Getting warm out here in the sun.
30 1/4. We'll cut this. Got enough for one more.
Out of that one piece.
Which we'll do on the other side. So this is going to fill in all but about 2 inches of gap, which is that black piece of wood. It's going to have to go back in there for now. I can whip down pressure treated to put in, but you got to remember those two 2x8s that are in there are not pressure treated, so why do it? Why bother? When I paint the deck with that crappy latex junk, you won't notice the different colors of the wood or anything else. So, you got a good piece here. This is very heavy considering the wood is pretty wet. So we're gonna go put this in place. And then we got to do some screwing down on the with the decking screws.
You got your work shirt on, I see.
Well, it's an older shirt, but other than sawdust, they don't really get dirty. I was only underneath, off camera. I was underneath there just to nail up a couple of. I put a couple of nails in there.
There you go. Yeah, a little gap, but...
Now, of course, you got... The way the cut is here, you can't help that. But it's flush. That's what counts. So you got this piece here. So... Hopefully this will fit in there. If not... I'll have to rip it down or rip 8-piece down. But I'm not going to worry about that now because... What I want to do is to get the foot down on here now. And that will be to the end. Unfortunately, it overhangs this, so I'm going to have to put something in here today. I can't go in here. I can. I was originally going to do that, but it's not going to be nailed. Whereas if I come out here, you've got to come over here, Tom, I'll show you. If I bring it out to here, now there's 2 nails in here which I sawed off. So I had to pre-drill in the middle between the 2 nails and put 1 nail in here. It has to have some way to hold it because if it gets hit and knocked over, it's not going to be good. So I can't go in the middle. The only way I could do that is I'd have to remove this, and I'm not going to do that. So, alright.
I'm going to take this flannel shirt off. I'm sweating.
Yeah, alright. I think what I'm doing here. Almost can get that in there. Alright. Now what? cameras in here. We're gonna cut the rest of this over here. Where's the camera? Oh. Where's the ball? Oh.
There's the camera. It's going too.
Need to support this. Hitting those nails, damn it. Who's gonna put this in? We'll leave that here for now. We've got to finish cutting that. And then we'll work on this. We gotta screw this all down. You're gonna see the backside of me and nothing else, I guess. Sorry about that, but the best I can do. I got the saw down in the groove. I don't know if you can see me or not. I guess you better take the camera down. Alright, I'm gonna take... No, we're already in the line, so I don't need to put that straight edge back down here again. We got to cut right up to the 2x3. Right over here.
You can see it now.
I don't know though, might not be able to because I got the 2x4 in there. No, can't do it. I can't get the still saw to go up anymore because it hits that. Probably have to drag out the saber saw. What we're going to do now, we can't remove this until we take this because we got to go up with it. So we got to work on this. We got to get that down secured. And 2x's are right up, 2x6s are right up against each other. So that's good. So we'll get the, well, we can't use the reciprocating saw. I'm going to bust the blade off trying to do that because we got a 2x4 in there. That's going to be a problem. Can't handsaw it. Almost there, but not quite. That little piece, that black piece of wood there, it's now too wide, and it was only a temporary piece anyways. So like it or not, I got to rip down one of my 2x4s, pressure treated, and it's not a ripping blade that's in there, so it's going to be hard to do. So we got 30.5 inches. We'll chop it off here. We'll take it over there. We'll rip it off. So we got 30.5 inches because we're at this end now, so it's 30.5. And we got a rip. Take the measurement. That's 1.5 inch block. Take a measurement, see how much we got to rip off. More than 1.5 inches. Get my face right on top of it. 1.75 inches. So what I do, like I always do, take a scrap piece of wood, set the blade at 1.75 inches, and try to cut it. We need a hair under 1.75 inches. We don't have to hammer it in place.
Nice day today.
My knees hurt me. Before they just got no strength in them, but now they're hurting. Useless as tits on a ball. Can't do nothing anymore. This is why the patch job, because by the time these rot out, it'll be at least 10 years before these rot out. 8 to 10 years. I'll be gone. I won't be coming back. Gone. Down the railroad track. Alright, we get a piece of scrap wood, about 1.75 inches. What we're going to do is hold that up. This is the way I work. I'm going to hold that up to the slot that we got to fill and see how it is. And that's where we got the blade set, from the rip fence to the blade. So we'll take this piece here and we'll go over there and do it. See if it fits. It's not perfectly even. It's tighter on this side than here. So we got to compromise.
Oh boy.
I would say think we're okay. I can always put it through again if I have to. Because an 1.5 inches, which is the thickness it is too loose. Can't use this because it's not thick enough. It's got to be 1.5 inches by 1 3/4 inches. Alright, now it comes the hard part. Alright, we got it down. We lifted it down without too much of a problem. How much electricity it'll use.
Wow, looks
Alright,
good.
so here we're gonna pre-drill, because if you don't, you'll crack this right, split this thing down. One screw. One screw here, one screw there. Two on each 2x6, just like I did down here, and even here, all the way through. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to screw this and this into place, so then I can work on this, and I'm going to have to take a file and file these pieces of nail where I hacked it off. It's preventing me from getting this under there. I want a snug fit, and I don't want it to be lifted up anymore. I don't want to put any strain on the window there. It's very, very important. So having these in here, this will now fit all the way on here and part way on here. That's the way I wanted it. So we got pressure treated all the way through, except for these 2x8s. But like I say, that's all right. So the only problem is going to be cutting that corner out over there. But we got to get this stabilized, leave this in, and then knock that one out, and then we'll knock those two pieces out. So the next thing to do is to get my screws over here and my drill and my drill driver. Oh, these knees. Damn knees.
Yeah.
Yep, it's a good thing I decided to take that off. And this is where I sawed the nails off. This part of it's good. So this was, like I say, this was patched before. So we're just redoing the whole thing. Something from me. Now, you gotta remember, I got piss poor eyesight. I'm almost 100 years old. And the way I do things is not necessarily the way you should do them. It's the way I can do things.
Poor man's way.
Yeah, that too. But you know, on these YouTube videos, you get these guys that are not pre-drilling and bing, 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 right in. If I tried that, I'd have the screw bent sideways. I would have it stripped out or bent, wood split, everything. I learned from experience. I can never bang a nail unless I pre-drill. Finishing nails, I gotta hold them with a pair of pliers to keep the shank from bending, because they're thin. Until you get them into the wood 3/4 the way, then you can take the pliers off of them and bang them in the rest of the way. It's the way I'm doing it, because I bend nails off all the time. Most guys can take a nail, just bang and bang, bang. I can't do that. I can in 3/4 inch wood, but in a thick piece like this, you got to pre-drill it. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. So, we're only using one screw in here. Because that's all you need. We've only got a very narrow piece of wood here.
So that's going to be in there permanently then, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be in there permanently.
There you go. It
Okay.
that went right in.
Yeah, now you don't need, as you can see here, you don't need two in that. Okay? Now this is pressure treated now. Of course this isn't as I said, but everything from here over to the 2x3 that I showed you earlier is going to be pressure treated. Okay?
There you go.
Alright. Now it's going to be a little hard working underneath there, but I'm only going to screw these in, and then I'm going to work on this and get this supported. When I get this supported, I can temporarily take this out, and that will be going on that side when I get finished. But what I'll probably do is I'll leave it in as long as I can, because I gotta get this screwed down, and maybe the next one screwed down. My problem is I'm always banging my head into things.
And the other two screw down there.
Yeah. And in order to not mess up, get my marking pen here. Oh. Straight edge.
Oh, you saved that piece?
Oh yeah, I save everything. That's pressure treated.
You can build something out of it.
Right now it's being used as a straight edge.
Straight edge, huh?
And when I put the screws in, I won't miss the joist. It's the way I do things. Like I say, it's not always the right way. Oh, my knees. Yeah, it's getting very painful. Getting very painful. Now we gotta. You look under here. We got a 2x8, a 2x4 here. It says sister up, pressure treated on the joist. So what we got to do is mark the center of the joist. Where we got to put our screws. As you can see underneath there, if you're looking, can you see under there the angle you're going, Tom? I'm going to show the folks here what we're doing. So we just do a straight edge here so we can hit this. Because if we don't do that, I'll be way over here. Alright, so. So let's get this. Nobody in here. All right.
Still going. Get one more in there on this one, and then put the other one in, then we'll get the brace, work on the brace. Can't see the damn hole. The hell did I drill that? Over here. Can't see it. All right. Okay, we'll do this off camera. We got the marks in there. We'll just continue doing that. And when I get ready to do this foot, I'll let you know. Okay. Using Tommy's Bob Lob, my battery went out after all these clips. As you can see, we knocked out the other side. We got this all secured in. I used number 8 nails just to keep the thing from getting kicked or moved. And we got a single nail up on the top here. We filed these nails off that I cut off. These I'm going to probably saw off, I guess. We'll do that off camera. And we'll get these nails out of there. Then what I'm going to do is to work on these here. And was finished screwing up. I got this, and this all screwed in. So we'll get in here and we'll work on that. But we got to get these nails out first. So I'm going to do that off camera. Okay. I couldn't get the saw to go up to this end here. And the problem is I got this 2x4 pressure treated assisted piece up in here. So I can't cut it with a reciprocating saw because I'm going to cut this off. I might try my multi-function Harbor Freight tool. That should do it. And then cut that right off so I can lift that right out of there. And I got a 2x6 to go in here. And I got the nails filed down as much as I could here. So we're all set when I'm ready for that. Oh, you're going to use that? That's
the only thing that's going to get into that corner. You're going to have to get over here. You're not going to be able to see me, or you're going to just see my head and my ass.
That's alright.
That's not good. Okay, you can record?
Yep.
Alright, we're using the Harbor Freight multifunction tool to get in here. We gotta cut down in there. Hopefully it won't take too long. We got to get this piece out, and then we'll work on that piece that's got to go in here and get this foot installed over there.
Looks like you got it.
I can use that big yellow bar I got, but I have to dig that out. Everything's put away from the last project.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now there's a big hole in there.
This is the piece here. Damn lousy knees. That's the piece I may have to hit the multifunction tool in that to get that out. What I do, I take out these nails.
Just grind them off.
That's only if I can't get them out any other way.
Wow.
It's hazardous. You don't want to leave these in there like that.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, we'll be back in the video in a minute.
Now you step inside the hole. Now you're in the hole now.
This is the way I can work. I can work this way sitting down. This 2x3 is pretty good. Eventually I'll have to replace it. The pressure treated, ripped down 2x4 or 6. This is pressure treated here, so this is in good shape. So now, let's see, it's going to end up over here. What I got to do is, unfortunately, I won't be able to be comfortable sitting down like this because I got to fill this in with 2x6s. I guess we're looking good in here. We got to get this over here, but we got to get another piece in here. So I guess we'll go on the bench. Lost my ruler. Lost my tape measure.
I got it here on the floor.
Oh, I get it. So I can get this leg moved up to here and it's secured. And then we gotta take one of the new 8-footers and cut out a 30.5-inch piece here to fill in between this two. Get my body in here. The problem is I have to get my face on everything. That's why I have to be in these areas like this. See? Damn it! Gotta get the screw on the end of the screw. The hell? What happened? What happened to the driver? How did I get a square driver on this all of a sudden? I guess these take squares. Alright. I had the wrong screw, I guess. I won't be able to move tomorrow anyways in the positions I'm in. so hard because the air conditioner's in the way and I'll be banging my head. I haven't banged my head yet, but I will. Give it time. What's the... Yeah, it's a square driver. Oh. Okay.
One more.
I got another one underneath there. Got one more under there. Oh, I hate working under tight quarters.
I wish I could help.
Now, if you don't drive them in right, they'll bend over the screw and then they'll mess everything up. Otherwise, I'd let you do it, but they're hard for me to do. I don't think you'd be able to do it. The problem is... Oh, such a hard place to get into. It was not so bad when I was nailing, but I got to get right in there and I got to get my face right on top of everything. I can't see where the hole is that I drilled. Okay. Now, see if we can get this. Damn knees.
Oh, you're gonna put that on the other end.
Gotta put a level on this air conditioner, make sure we still got the tilt, which I think we do. I hope we don't go over the edge of this. As if we do, we got to put the piece in tonight. And by the time I get the tools put away, it'll be 7:30. And we're going to be eating Easter dinner.
Yep.
Maybe it'll come up even. Oh. There's the damn screws. I couldn't file them off. The nails, rather. I couldn't file them off all the way. I may have to stop here tonight. You never know what the damn weather's going to be the next day. You could get a whole week of damn rain. You can't do nothing. That's why I do things the way I do them. I was able to file the nails better here, but I got a burr in one of them. Can't get it over. Got about a quarter inch to go.
Almost. There you go.
That's about right.
Looks good.
Need to get over a little bit more though. It's hard to tell if that's square. Let me look out there. Let me go in there. Folks, we got this side secured, that side secured, and all this wood is screwed down. We got one more 2x6 to put in here. We're not doing that today. We want to get cleaned up, get tools put away. And that's it. So, we're good and steady. And now, without having a piece going across here, we're not going to hold water. It's still going to have a problem overall, but we're pressure treated, so it'll be fine. In the future, this piece of 2x3 here could be cut off and another piece could be put in here. It's pretty good shape right now, so I'm not going to worry about it. And that concludes the video for today. Hope everybody has a happy Easter. Take care, and we'll see you on a video on a computer near you real soon. Good day.